Hey guys, Richie here, where I talk about my favorite thing in the entire world, God damn cryptocurrency. That's right. We're talking about Sonic Chain today because it is pumping once again. Sonic has retaken 60 cents once again. Let's see if it can stay above it this time. And more importantly, the Sonic Chain is hitting all-time high after all-time high in TVL. It has just broken into, I think it's top 15 of all chains in crypto, and it's closing in on even, chains like Polygon, which of course is a bit of a zombie chain these days, but I think it will surpass Polygon quite soon, breaking into the top 10, which would then be it knocking off AVAX, and coming, up into the top 10 will be a great achievement for Sonic. Looks like to be one of the best rebrands I've ever seen in crypto, changing from Fantom to Sonic Chain. And today we're going to be taking a look at the growing TVL of Sonic. I think at the moment it's up to about $450 million. And it's just climbing extremely fast as more capital is being brought into Sonic Chain because of great apps, great earning apps, fantastic passive income earning apps. And I'm going to be talking mostly about my favorite one, which, have you guessed it? Yeah, that's right. It's SwapX. I'm making amazing passive income using SwapX through their automated farming and their concentrated liquidity pools, through voting in governance as well and making really great money as well there. And we've got a little tomb fork. That's right, a tomb fork, a new tomb fork, which was tweeted out by Andre Cronje, who is, of course, the big daddy, the granddaddy, our chief, the chief of Sonic, right? And he even tweeted out about Hubble. This token is out, but the platform for earning is not out yet. Very interesting. So you can buy the token, not financial advice, but I did buy some. And it's also pumping. But mostly we want to be taking a look at Sonic's price, the TVL of Sonic Chain, and pairs which I'm on in SwapX, which are really, really printing fantastic passive income. Doesn't matter if you're an ETH holder or you're a stablecoin holder or you are soon a Bitcoin holder, will be available on SwapX. Or if you're a Sonic Maxi or a meme coin fanatic on Sonic, because the memes are also doing pretty well as well. We're going to be covering it all in today's short video, so buckle up. Let's get ready for Sonic. I'll see you up in the studio. All right, let's get to it. Yeah. So we are on CoinGecko. It is a bloody day once again in crypto. Yes, another one. But if we look past all of these red, Ethereum doing well, thank God. But as we come past this sea of red, we see only really ETH doing quite well today and a few select tokens. But if we come down and keep going down past this horrible bloodbath into the 60s, and below into 64, we see that today Sonic has pumped 11%, 33% up on the week, sitting at 60 cents. Now, this is a pretty historic price for Sonic, to be honest, if you want a bit of technical analysis. Before, even when it was Phantom Coin, the 50 to 60 cent mark, we have been stuck at this for around about 2 years, sometimes slipping down to the 30s, going back up to the dollar. It is essentially in that range, and it's continuing to be in that range. It is down from the launch of Sonic Chain quite drastically. We hit up to about $1.20, so still it's a 2x pump until we get up to there. The chart's not loading, but you just have to trust me on this. I know the Sonic price like the back of my hand. And we are now coming out of that dip all the way down to 30 cents. And if you did grab some Sonic at 30 cents, well done. That's a 2x for you. And if you were farming, as we have been doing on this channel, then well done, because all of your farmed assets are going up as well. Yes, especially if we check out something that we're going to be covering today, which is SwapX token, which should be on CoinGecko. Yeah, also up 11% today and looking fantastic, right? If we come on the 3-month for SwapX, it's also coming out of that recession that we were in on the Sonic chain. Why is all this happening? Well, as the market's been bleeding for the past couple of months and all this controversy has been happening around meme coins, what's been happening on Sonic is that slowly, gradually, and also quite quickly, the TVL has been rising. I said in the car there that the TVL was around about 400 million. Here, Sonic Insider say 700 million, but this would be taking into account lots of stake Sonic and other parts of the DeFi inside of Sonic. But just pure TVL, we're around about 400. and it's climbing and climbing, almost reaching 1 billion. Really good to see. Come to Sonic on DeFi Llama, this is what I mean. So 467 million TVL, right? If we even go back to January 1st, we were sitting at 27 million TVL. Then we come to the start of February, we're at 280 TVL. So it's growing, essentially is doubling every single month. Exciting stuff. If we do take into account the staking, pool 2, governance tokens, and borrows, then we start to climb up the TVL to, closer to what the Sonic Insider was saying. Here we have total TVL 849 million. Now this puts it still below Polygon, below AVAX, and below, of course, the big boys of Solana and Binance Smart Chain and even Sui, right? So there's still a huge leg up, a huge journey to go forwards with inside of Sonic. If you're thinking there, oh man, if everyone's putting money into Sonic, I should get some skin in the game, Richie. I've not even done anything on Sonic. I don't even own any Sonic token. Well, you can easily bridge into Sonic from pretty much any blockchain. I'm going to show you a bridge. It's called Rhino. There's no referral link or anything for this bridge. It's just a good bridge that I use for Sonic. And here I'm going to bring some Polygon USDC over to Sonic. So we will have a look and see what we got. I should have money here. So you just have to find the networks you want to send from. So I'm going to go from Polygon to Sonic, and I'm going to send over 369 USDC. This USDC came from the SCC membership club, where we send USDC on Polygon chain to our NFT collection owners every single month in the form of airdrops. So that's great, free money essentially. We're going to set our spending cap. We're going to switch our network over to Polygon to send this. I send from Binance Smart Chain, from Ethereum network, from basically anywhere into Sonic, just to start building more and more bags. So $360 will go into the pile. I intend to use SwapX for this, and I'll show you exactly why. The yields are unbelievable, really. It's just constant, predictable passive income without much work at all, especially using their automated service. You can also make it some more work for yourself and squeeze more profit, but you can automate this, and it's basically the working man's yield farm for me, SwapX. And SwapX has been doing really well as well. If we come down to the different protocols which are existing on Sonic at the moment and growing, we do have SwapX 7th, okay, with 30 million TVL now. The competitors for SwapX would be Shadow Exchange, which is another DEX you can use, and of course WAGMI as well. So Sonic's doing pretty well in there. Equalizer down to 4.3 million. It's all gone tits up for Equalizer, really. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And of course Eggs Finance, which I still haven't looked into, but I do plan on, and the secret tomb fork we'll be talking about later in this video if you're tuning in for the tomb fork. But anyway, that is my bridge happen. It's done, right? That's how fast Rhino and Sonic is. Okay, so let's get over to SwapX, and I'm going to show you what's going on. So SwapX at its heart is a DEX. You can use it to swap your tokens between each different crypto. Okay, so for example, here I have $900 and I have some Sonic here. I could swap them back and forward. You can look down there, verified assets, and see which ones you want to swap into, and profit that way. But it's also a yield farm. You come to the earn section, you're going to be met with a plethora of fantastic pools in which you can start earning the SwapX token or the trading fees from the exchanges which happen in SwapX. Now, SwapX has had crazy volume, right? Crazy. It's $368 million worth of volume so far. And as a liquidity provider, you get the share of this. You can also own their NFT and get the share of this. And the TVL, the higher the TVL, of course, the more value it will give to the SwapX token, right? So let's come back to earn. Let me show you what's happening. You'll be met with, a whole army of pools, and it can look kind of confusing which ones you want to go into. Essentially, the top ones which are mentioned here are the ones that they're pushing for people to add liquidity to. We have USDCE with SwapX. This is a great pool. You get 200% APR on this. That's like 0.6% daily. And if you automate it, it's going to be rewarding you in SwapX token, and you just claim that. And then I'll show you what you can do with SwapX. There's many things you can do with it, actually. We have Wrap Sonic SwapX. We have SwapX with OS. OS is a LSD Sonic token, liquid staking derivative. Essentially, it's pegged 1-for-1 with the price of Sonic, and it does offer you pretty good APR, 100% APR. And we also have wrapped ETH with SwapX, which offers you 196% APR. So if you want to pair your SwapX, then that's how you do that. If you want to buy SwapX, come to Swap and buy it essentially. Then we have all pools. We have concentrate liquidity pools, we have stable pools, we have volatile pools, okay? We're going to look at all of them, and if you get lost, of course, choice can be the enemy sometimes with yield farms, and you're just not sure where to start. I'm going to show you what I'm farming with. There are a bunch of other content creators who've also made videos on SwapX, so you can also look at what they're doing. But how do I find the best pools? You want to check out volume first, because the higher volume in the pools, generally the higher the reward. So we come to volume, and you'll see that Wrap Sonic with Beats Stake Sonic. This is another LSD, liquid staking derivative Sonic, 1-for-1, right? And this has the highest volume. The APR is 20%. So you could essentially single stake your Sonic here and get 20% APR and just weather the crypto storm until we get to $5. Easy, right? It's just a 10x away and you're earning the whole time. We all have other ones with high volume, which would be Wrap Sonic with USDCE. We have Wrap Sonic with the other one and stable coins, right? So you could pair up 2 stable coins, get 30% APR on your stables. And this is 153% APR. There's $407,000 in it. And the TVL and the volume, so yeah, and the volume is 212,000. All good. We're looking good here. So for example, I would say this is a good pair to go for. Then, check out my positions. So what am I doing? I'm missing some. I'm happy to admit that because I do want to add more positions to SwapX, but what I'm doing, I'm very happy with, okay? So what I've got here is top pool USDCE with SwapX. This is a small pool of $269. But it's earning me 212% APR, okay? So generally, what I was doing before was earning SwapX token, because in all of these automated pools, I'm earning SwapX token as the reward token, right? All of these. If it's automated, you earn SwapX. You don't earn trading fees. So what I was doing was rotating my SwapX back into this, but I've ended up just using my SwapX for profit and voting so far, because I find it more fun. Then I have USDCE with Wrap Sonic, with $2,700 for 136% APR, $11 made today. We have Wrap Sonic with SwapX, which is 97% APR. I have $4,000 in here, and that's $13 today in SwapX token. We have AT ETH and SC ETH. I've got $8,300 in here, and we have $7 today with this for 32% APR on my ETH. Unbelievable. And then I have Wrap Sonic with Origin Sonic, the liquid staking derivative, and we have 4,500 in here, and we're getting 20%. So these APRs are not in the thousands of percent. They're not blowing my seat off, woo, right? But they're making continuous, endless crypto profit, right, for me. And all I'm doing, essentially, if you're smart in DeFi, you can see what I'm doing here, right? Wrap Sonic with OS Sonic, that is one Sonic, one-to-one, just sitting with Sonic that I already have in my wallet, and it was just sitting as a liquid token. And now I've paired them up in liquidity, which helps SwapX platform, because that then enables more people to trade, which then, of course, funds the platform and attracts more people. The higher the TVL, the more people will use it. And in reward for that, I'm getting SwapX token. I'm using ETH with an LSD. That's ETH 1-for-1. I was holding ETH anyway. I was doing nothing with it. So then I thought, well, why don't I just put it into SwapX? And now I have my ETH sitting 1-for-1, the price of ETH, and making me 32% APR. I have 2 SwapX pools, of course, because SwapX pays out a lot. And we have 1 USDCE with Wrap Sonic as well. These will go out of range and in range, but it's all automated by Ichi, who is their partner automation service, okay? Then at the bottom, I'm very happy today. I'm ecstatic because my manual pool. So you can also manually pair up your tokens and set your liquidity range. This is much more complex, but can be pretty profitable. Here I have this Wrap Sonic with Wrapped ETH, which I paired about a month ago. And just after I paired it, it slipped out of range. And Sonic went all the way down to 30 cents. And I paired it about 70 cents. What happened to the pair? Well, because Sonic was the underperforming asset in this pair, what happened was all of my Wrapped ETH that was paired with the Sonic was changed into Sonic token. And it just sat there as Sonic at 30 cents, 35 cents, 40 cents, 35 cents, 45 cents. It's like, oh, it's going to repair. Then finally today, with that 10% pump in the Sonic price, we repaired and we started claiming out fees again. So you'll notice here I have $60. This is from about 3 hours. And the payout here is in Sonic token and in ETH as well. So I'm earning Sonic, ETH, and SwapX with all of these pairs. Let's see if this can stay in. If it does slip out of range again to just turning into Sonic, I don't really mind because it was all Sonic token anyway when I made this pool. So if it does go back into Sonic, it's fine. I just don't earn the fees. But I think my range is good. My range is going between, it's essentially a 20% sweep on either end of Sonic and Ethereum, because I think when ETH goes up, Sonic should follow very, very closely behind. So of course, Sonic will outperform ETH, hopefully in the long term, because it's a longer way to the top for Sonic. But both of them have been pretty underperforming so far in this market. So that all happens, that all goes on, and then eventually you get the SwapX. So say if I was to claim out here $11 of SwapX, I then have the token, right? So I could come to Swap, I could then get the SwapX token, and I could say I want to sell that SwapX token into USDCE, profit, and that's you done, okay? But you can do so much more with SwapX. You can come here to voting, and what's happening here is you're locking up your SwapX token. So this is my totally dry wallet. I just began this from just farming SwapX and locking, okay? So far from doing this, I've locked up almost 4,000 SwapX, which is $1,259. And every week I vote. Why do you vote? You vote because you get rewards. When you can choose who to vote for. So this epoch ends in 1 day, in 17 hours. Then we'll get rewarded from last week's voting. So it's 1 week ahead that you get the payout. You can see I've voted. So I voted for 4 pairs here. I voted for some pairs which I'm in so that I can boost the APR and the SwapX emissions for the pools I'm in. And I've also voted for some that I'm not in, but they just have really high bribes. So for example, here, I'm going to get $49 per 1,000 votes. So that should be about $100 from Anon. And then I have $15 for Wraps on it with USDCE because I'm in that pool and I want the APR to go up. That's how they all work. When you want to get your reward, you simply just come to reward section, and then it will say, here's your reward. So for example, here, I have $52 to claim. And that's rewards for me. Then next epoch, I have something else. Oh, I have another $59. I've got $59 there, and I've got $52 here. I must have forgotten to claim it. So in 1 more day, I'm going to get another $50 from SwapX, but thank you very much. And this is a way of not selling the reward token and taking your profit week by week. And as you continue to lock up more SwapX, your rewards grow from the votes. And that's how it works. So I'm just going to claim all of this. And then, that's profit. Profit for me. Very good. You can also check which tokens you get in reward by just clicking on that eye there. And then you can see, but see, Sonic is so fast that possibly, okay, so I'm going to get Wrap Sonic, OS Sonic, and incentive in OS Sonic as well. So I'm going to get lots of Origin Sonic for this. And for this one, I'm going to get 80 ETH, SC ETH, and I'm also going to get 117 SwapX token from this as well. Great stuff. And that's it probably claimed because that's how fast Sonic is. So I can come back to this and probably my SwapX. My SwapX has arrived. I've got 117 SwapX here, which is $37. So just to explain what you can do there, vote and then lock. And I can come here. I can lock my create lock, take my SwapX, go 2 years, longer pays better, and lock that up. Boom. And then it's locked, and then I can vote with it and then get retrospectively paid out later. Now, this is all awesome. All hunky-dory, fantastic stuff. They also do have NFTs, which pay you out every day. They have a great referral system as well. So that's pretty much what I'm doing in Sonic at the moment. I'm going to make a new pair with the funds that I bridged, but they are on another wallet, so I'll have to move them across. I won't do that on the channel. Don't worry. You don't have to watch me just milling around in DeFi, but like, this is how I make my money. This is my job. It's awesome. I love my job. But what I'm going to do is I am going to start trying to get involved with Frax because Frax is a huge platform. They have massive TVL. I want to support this new addition. So you can come here to Frax SwapX, for example, and add liquidity. They would be the pools which I pointed out earlier, which have really high APRs, but I'm not sure what's going on with them. But here, for example, this is stablecoin pool for 40% APR. That looks awesome. ETH with ETH, 40%. I want a Sonic one. We'll see what they got. We'll check that out in another video. Let's get into the end of the video. I'm going to tell you about the tomb fork that I found. So, moving to Twitter, we are going to check out Hubble, right? Hubble protocol. So this doesn't have a website yet. It is essentially a bunch of degens on Sonic Chain waiting for a tomb fork. That's right. Hello. I was just telling them that you had a day off school.
What?
You had a day off school, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
They also made this.
Oh, great. There we go. What is it?
It's more, I have no idea. I took the idea of some kind of weird sandworm thing.
Oh, yeah.
Those are not legs. Those are just keep it up. Those are just to keep it up. Don't even mind those.
Okay. So we do come to Andre. Andre is the co-founder and architect of Sonic, also Yearn Finance, also Solidly, the keeper of many things, right? And he will be releasing some new primitive DeFi protocols exclusively on Sonic soon too, so watch out for that. But he did retweet something from Hubble as well, which is very, very interesting because, of course, yeah, and here he actually retweeted the tweet put out by Hubble saying shares are highly inflationary, do your own research, swap from USDCE into Hubble token. So highly inflationary, the chart is here for Hubble, currently $53 million market cap, $266 per share, which is about my buy-in price actually. And something of note, you know, it is inflationary. What's happening with this is that instead of a tomb fork, usually you get epochs where the masonry prints out the peg token, which used to be tomb, but this will actually print out the Hubble share token. So I would say offboarding this token before the emission start would be probably a smart play. But for now, they don't even have the Genesis. There's no website. The only thing you can do is join the Discord that they just opened. And this is Shadow Dex, which is a Dex which is larger than SwapX for now, and this is where you can buy Hubble. So you can take your Hubble, and I bought some with Sonic. I had to put the slippage to about 2% to get it. And I bought about 500 Sonics worth, which is now worth 574 Sonic. So I'm waiting and seeing what goes on with this one. And of course, Shadow's price as well is up massively today. So this is another Dex on Sonic, which you could check out if you want to see how other ones perform. So at the moment, yeah, Shadow and SwapX are duking it out for the #1 position, and you could have a share in both on Sonic. So that's pretty much my video. Hope you enjoyed a catch up with what's going on with Sonic Chain, especially with SwapX, because it's just great. I just love having a reliable passive income money printer, which I can come to daily and earn, you know, harvest the rewards. Then at the same time, I can get engaged in the system through the voting. I can choose which pairs I want to add more APR to. I can get the rewards from them. And it's just really exciting. And I'm very happy to see that SwapX is making big moves and recovering out of the token price dip and getting all the right partnerships lined up. I do think that, not financial advice, but I do think that SwapX is going to have an absolute boom in TVL and in SwapX token price in the near future. So I'm very happy to continue to onboard more and more capital into it, to continue farming for my own personal financial freedom. Yeah. Okay, peace. I've been Crypto Mischief. Hope you enjoyed this catch up with Sonic. Get into Sonic. That's all I want to say about that. Just do it. Peace. Don't get wrecked.